Hey, what's up? This is Sai. This is my first Wi-Fi battle, and it was pretty exciting. What made it a little more exciting was that it was against RedLatios07. I watched a ton of his videos on YouTube, which I probably should have been able to figure out his team by now, but unfortunately I only paid attention to some key guys. It's also my first team, and it's made up of my 6 favorites. It's not really strategic, so it's kind of crappy. So I start with my lead Venusaur, which is a choice scarf, that's why it's my lead, and he starts off with a Kingdra. I used Outrage because I knew some people would be using stuff like Kingdra and Dragonite and whatnot, so I decided to pack an Outrage in this. And it brings him down to red health. I was so hoping it would kill him, especially with that Rain Dance, because now I know he has a Rain Dance team. So he sends out Gyarados, and he gets an Intimidate off of my Venusaur, which is really going to lower Outrage's power by too much for me. So I outrageously use Outrageous, Corny Pond, I'm sorry, and it doesn't even bring him down to like a third of his health. And it gets leftovers, which is really annoying. I should have mentioned Item Clause in my battle, because he has like 3 guys of leftovers. I have Item Clause in my team. But yeah. So I'm unfortunately locked into a 3rd Outrage, because I really wanted to switch. But, you know, whatever. He gets a Dragon Dance off. So I'm thinking, it doesn't matter if I can switch or not, he's going to outspeed it most likely. Because a lot of my guys aren't really that fast. So I decided to stay in, even though I'm confused. Because it doesn't matter what I send out, he's probably going to KO it with the Rain and the High Attack. And now he has a Dragon Dance. So he uses Earthquake, which is kind of annoying. I really wish I didn't have that. Probably wouldn't have mattered though, because he uses Ice Fang next. So I actually don't hurt myself in confusion, so I'm able to get one more Outrage before I die. Takes him down to some decent yellow health. And the rain keeps falling. And he gets more health and leftovers. So it isn't really going to matter that much for my next guy. So he kills me with Ice Fang, like I said. Also another Earthquake. I was hoping he didn't have Ice Fang. If he didn't, that would have been really good for me. But, oh well. That's a dead Venusaur. Bulby. It's called that because my favorite guy was Bulbasaur. I always like being a Bulby. But I knew if I used a Bulbasaur in Wi-Fi battles, I would lose horrifically. So I made a Venusaur named Bulby. Oh yeah. So now I send out my Regigigas, which is an obvious Smogon set, because Regigigas, all they can do is stall or choice specs. So I went with choice specs, seeing as I don't feel like being a stall noob, which I end up being later. He uses Waterfall, which now I know all 4 of his moves, doesn't really matter, because not a lot of my guys can counter all those at the same time. So I use Thunderbolt, and I kill it. Which, yeah. Okay, let's go bye-bye. So it's 5-5 right now. Rain keeps falling. Now he sends in his Empoleon, which, you know, he would probably kill me in 1 hit, but I'm not too worried because an Empoleon. He uses Sword Dance, which I pay for letting him do that later. Not really much I could do about it anyway. I use Thunderbolt. I get him down to some decent yellow health, almost in the red. And, yeah. I was hoping for a crit or a Parahax. A crit obviously would have been better. Now he uses Aqua Jet, so now I'm getting really frustrated because his speed isn't that high anyway, so a lot of my guys could outspeed him and kill him in the next hit. But with Aqua Jet, you know, he can strike first, and with the Rain, with Torrent activated, so Sword Dance up, a lot of my guys weak against water, he can kill me in 1 hit with whatever he has. And thank God he has a Life Orb, because, well, not really. Because then he probably wouldn't have been able to kill me with this Earthquake. Not entirely sure. Made a bad mistake switching out to him, but I didn't know he had Earthquake. I would have switched out to something else. One of my 2 guys that can resist Earth. Ground. So, he just takes some of Registeel, but he takes some Life Orb damage, which is always a plus. So now I send out my Nidoking, which is Choice Band. So I use Sucker Punch, which I'm thinking if he was going to kill my Reggie Steel, sorry, then maybe if I sent out Nidoking instead, I would be able to kill him with a Sucker Punch. Because of the choice band and max attack. Not really max, just really high attack. Now he sends out his Suicune, which I am somewhat familiar with. I know it has Surf, obviously, and I know it has Calm Mind. But, should have guessed it had Rain Dance. So send out my Flygon to counter this thing, because my Flygon has Thunder Punch. This isn't really my Flygon. So, I just had one of my friends tell me the moves for it. I can only think of 5 guys that are my ultimate favorites. So I had him choose my 6th guy. So, he obviously has Ice Beam. So I used Thunder Punch, and I'm thinking, oh, well, I didn't get a Parahax, oh well. And I was really surprised that I survived this Ice Beam. I think I did invest some defense, some points into his defense. I'm not entirely sure. But either way, if I survived, I'm very thankful. I'm looking on Pokesplash like crazy. I'll leave a link to that site in the description. It's a pretty cool site. I'm looking, and I wasn't sure if this was the defense legendary dog. Unfortunately it is. So Thunder Punch isn't going to do that much. So I was hoping for obviously a crit or Parahax, and he finishes me off with Surf. Which I probably should have switched into that with the Empoleon too if I knew it had Earthquake. And these leftovers get really annoying. I really should have mentioned Item Clause. Because now I send in my Charizard, and this is where I start stalling him like a noob, because that's all I can do. My plan, I substitute 3 times. He's holding Patea Berry, so he's going to get the special attack boost after 3 turns. But at the same time, he gets a ton of HP back from the leftovers. And I plan on using Hidden Power Electric once the 3 substitutes are gone. Which I probably should have done in the beginning, because 1 special attack boost isn't worth the HP he's getting back right now. So, yeah. And let's substitute again, use Surf. We're both talking on the Midnight Moon forums, and he's saying to me, he's like, I can't believe you're actually stalling me. And I'm like, it's all I can do, I'm sorry. I wasn't really panicking like that, but... And now I'm kind of worried that this is going to go over the limit for videos. And the rain stopped, which doesn't really help me that much regardless. There's one more substitute. Right here is where I get the special attack boost. The Patea Berry. You use a Surf, break my substitute. And that's the end of that, because I can't use another substitute because his HP is evenly divisible by 4. It's kind of weird. And, yeah, he was in the yellow before, now he's in a pretty high green. I think Hidden Power earlier would have been a lot more beneficial than this. I don't even take him down to red health. I don't even take him down to half yellow. Actually, yeah, I do. But then he kills me with another Surf. That's a dead charge. So now, who do I have left? Took out my Gigas, he took out my Registeel, he took out my Venusaur, he took out my Charizard. Oh yeah, all I have left is my Nidoking. And he still has Suicune, Kingdra, and 2 other guys, which I didn't really pay attention to. So I used Sucker Punch, but, because, you know, if I lock myself in anything else, it's not really going to matter. I probably should have used Earthquake instead, regardless of whether he used Calm Mind or Rain Dance. He still hasn't used Calm Mind, but he's only used 3 moves. I'm pretty confident the other move is Calm Mind. Now I use Sucker Punch, he uses Rain Dance. My Sucker Punch brings him down to some decent red. He uses Surf, and I surprisingly lived this Surf. And I didn't even put any defense into this guy, or special defense. I guess he invested a lot into his defense more than his attack, so. And this would leftovers get annoying if he didn't get that HP heal. 1, I would have killed him with the Hidden Power earlier, and 2, I would have killed him with the Sucker Punch if I didn't kill him with the Hidden Power. Because he has like 3, if I had to guess right there. So now I use a Surf, he takes out my Nidoking, and that's game. I lost 4-0. But hey, it was my first battle. So, thank you, RedLatios, for accepting my challenge. Sorry for the bad narration if you thought it was crappy. This is my first Wi-Fi video. I'm hopefully going to have more later. If you want to subscribe just for this, go ahead. I'm not just going to be putting Wi-Fi videos up. I might be making a separate account for Wi-Fi videos too. So, yeah, this is Sai, and thank you for watching.